This whiskey is pretty complicated. Let's hope you can live up to it.
I think I'm up to the challenge. Are you?
Yes.
We'll see about that.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt. I'm a whiskey nerd.
I'm Rose, and I'm a whiskey noob.
And this whiskey is pretty complicated, so let me get into the glass and I'll tell you a little bit more about it.
Tell me about it, hun.
Do you know what makes it complicated?
It probably has lots of stuff, lots of notes and aromas.
Notes, aromas, and
finishes.
Stuff. Finishes, yes. So this is the Teeling Single Malt Irish whiskey, and it was finished in 5 different wine barrels. Cabernet Sauvignon, White Burgundy, Port, Sherry, and Madeira wine casks.
That's a lot happening all in one.
Yeah, in fact, the master distiller Alex Chasko, he's gone on record and said he never wants to do a whiskey this complicated again.
Why?
Because when you're making whiskey over the years, it's very hard to get the batches consistent.
Okay.
Especially when you're using 5 different wine barrels. Because you might get lots of stone fruit from a port cask one year, but next year, the next port cask you might get might give less of those stone fruits, and the Madeira cask might give more notes.
Okay.
So it's very hard to get the batches consistent.
Also, how do you even figure out, like, how long do you put it into one barrel versus the other barrel and all of that?
So they were aged initially in bourbon barrels to get that kind of vanilla sweetness, that kind of classic.
Love a good bourbon barrel.
Yeah, and then they finished it in the different wine barrels, and that gives you completely different tasting notes. So you're going to get like red fruits, tropical notes, but you're also going to get some stone fruits, you're going to get some kind of deeper notes, you're going to get some kind of random kind of fruitiness.
Random things.
Yeah, because like I said, different batches will have different amounts of flavors. So you're going to have, it's very hard to be consistent with this one because I think actually they have a batch number. Yeah. So this was bottled in February 2018.
Okay.
So different bottles will actually have slightly different variations.
So if you have a different bottle, let us know what it tastes like.
Yeah, you might have different flavors in your whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like different years will have different flavors. I've heard that there's some people who say like maybe 2017 is a great year or 2020 wasn't a great year.
Hopefully 2018 is a great year.
2018 is a good year. at least this batch from within 2018 was a very good batch.
Okay.
So
we got a good one.
Do you want to go in for the nose?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Well, first of all, the color is gorge. Complex. I like it. Obviously, vanilla.
Obviously vanilla.
Not vanilla sticks, pure vanilla. I think I get some like tropical fruits.
Okay, what kind of tropical fruits? Are you also getting like that kind of malty caramel kind of funk? It is a single malt.
I wouldn't call it a funk. It's
Okay.
quite tasty. But
Okay.
yes, vanilla, caramel, stone fruits.
What kind of stone fruit? Plum, pear, not
Oh.
pear. Plum, cherry.
Oh, cherry.
Cherry, okay. Kind of
Dark
those,
cherry.
Yeah. Are you getting any kind of orchard fruits? That's a kind of a classic Irish whiskey note. Orchard fruits, apples,
Apples.
melon. Oh, okay.
I'm imagining a red apple.
A red apple.
A red apple that has recently fallen from the tree is on the ground, and then you pick it up and you bite into it, and it's perfectly succulent and ripe.
Setting the scene here for your tasting.
Gotta set the scene.
What about any chocolate notes? So port normally gives you chocolatey notes. I'm not getting a huge amount on the nose.
No.
Maybe more on the palate will come. But port does give you red berries, dark cocoa, that kind of notes.
You know when you get a mocha sometimes, and you see a little bit of powdered chocolate on top of it? That's the image I have, but not the chocolate in it.
I'm not sure I get that.
You don't have as many mochas as I do.
Okay, I am not a mocha drinker. Well, speaking of drinking, let's go in for the palate.
Yeah. It's kind of like, so I said the apple, right?
Right.
It's kind of like the other side of the apple. So if you had an apple pie, was it a decongested apple pie?
Deconstructed.
Deconstructed.
Decongested apple pie.
Deconstructed apple pie, where we had the appley bits, the right appley bit sister, and now we're just getting off to the side for all the spices. Do you get me?
I get you, yeah.
Right? So probably like, what kind of spices? Do you get spices?
Yeah, like cinnamon, ginger.
Yes.
Maybe not nutmeg, but definitely like gingery spice, that kind of warm spice.
Yeah.
Up front though, I'm getting malt.
Okay.
So this caramel, are you?
Well, it is a single malt.
It is a single malt.
I
Well,
hope you get some malt.
Thanks for letting me know that. Yeah.
I just had to educate you.
Yeah. So it is a single malt whiskey. So you're getting this nice hit of malt up front, and then For me, the spice is behind that.
Oh, okay.
So get that caramel up front, get the kind of sweetness from that malt, and then you get the fruitiness, you get the spice that comes later.
Yeah, see, I always like all the fruity. I'm a sweet kind of lady. I like looking for the sweets and things, you know?
Second sip, I'm still looking for the chocolate. I'm not really getting any chocolate on this now. I'm getting almost a little bit like smoke.
I got a bit of that.
Not like a peat smoke, not like that. More like the oak barrel, that kind of smoke.
Well, there were a lot of barrels.
There were a lot of barrels used. You're getting that barrel influence, a little bit of tannin, a little bit of smoke. That could be what's coming through.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, it's not like the tannins you get from like an overly oaky bourbon. It's that kind of light but still recognizable bit of dryness, bit of tannin.
Yeah.
Are you getting any orange notes? I'm gonna go in again. I didn't notice any orange up front, but there is sherry casks in there. Normally sherry gives you orange marmalade.
I haven't noticed any initially, but give it a sip. See, what do you get? Very orange in there?
Not really getting any orange.
No, I didn't get any earlier either.
No, it's nice. It's malty. It's sweet. There's a lot of fruitiness there. There's some red berries, but it's definitely leaning towards the darker end of the red berries.
Yeah.
Your plums, not your pears. I keep saying pears. Your plums, your cherries.
Yes.
That sort of stuff. Like those dark red fruits.
Yes, I would agree with that.
I wouldn't say it's like a strawberry, raspberry. Not those lighter ones. It's definitely on
Dark
the deeper
red.
ones. Yeah.
Cool.
What about on the finish? What's the last note you get on the finish? For me, I think it's actually that oakiness, the little bit of smoke, that kind of burnt oak taste. That's hanging around with the spiciness. Like it is almost drying out my palate a little bit. That's what I'm getting.
I think so. I get the same thing. I think it'd be really nice. I see myself. I've picked my apple. I've eaten my apple. It's not deconstructed my apple pie. And now I'm just kind of enjoying the aftertaste of that in like a nice smoky room.
In a smoky room.
Yes.
Are there people around you?
No, I'm alone.
Alone in a smoky room.
I killed my husband. Stop giving me all this lip.
So if you don't see me in a few videos, it's because I've been killed.
But I like it. It's a nice finish after. It's like there's a lot happening. Like you can really tell that it's complex, but you do have like a journey from the start to finish that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know?
it's definitely consistent. Like on the nose, go back in for the nose. Like almost a little hint of the smoke. Like there's like a promise of it, but then it carries through into the palate.
It's more in the finish, but it's not overwhelming because I don't normally like smoky whiskey.
Yeah, like it is.
I wouldn't call it a smoky whiskey.
No,
though.
it's not smoky whiskey. This is a nice whiskey.
Yes.
The Teeling Single Malt. Teeling's releases mostly fantastic.
Yes.
Some of them aren't great, or at least not to me. They're not great. Like some of the special editions, I haven't liked them all that much.
That's okay.
Most of their core range really nice. The black pits, the peated whiskey, really like that. The single grain, you quite like that.
I'm a single grain kind of girl.
The small batch, fantastic for cocktails.
Yeah.
Single pot still also very good. I think this one's very good.
Yes.
Well, I think that's all to say about this whiskey.
Yeah, and if you want to know more about whiskey reviews, we do that every Wednesday, whiskey cocktails every Friday, so subscribe for more.
Yeah, and I will see you next time. Sláinte.
Bye-bye. Yeah, but if you want to know more about whiskey, subscribe for more deputies. When do I say subscribe? At the beginning or at the end? I'm going to say it at the end.
Okay.
Do it again. Again! Yeah, but like if you want more. I can't do it now! You've put me off!
Right. What?
Have it again!
Is your head in the game?
Yes.
Okay.